Hi everyone, this is Nick, and today this is a video I've wanted to do for quite some time, but always procrastinating, busy with stuff and all. I'm going to show you 10 pop-up books on Alice's adventures in Wonderland from the 1960s to the 2020s in chronological order. And we'll start. I don't have everything, of course, who does? Except Alan. This is Wojtech KUBASTA's Alice in Wonderland, the first edition. It's from 1960. There are only 2 pop-up spreads in there, but they're well worth it. The printing is especially nice. Let me just show it to you. The first thing is, you can see, and there's an acetate here, that we have the falling scene in the rabbit hole on the cover, and as you actually open the first page, all these will come into pop to form this first spread. It's really nice, printed on both sides, stuff inside. Some argue that this is a panascopic, of course, because you can look at it from all angles. The illustration, as always, is very refreshing. KUBASTA did a very good job at reinterpreting the original Alice. There's this spread and another one at the end here, which I'm showing you right now because actually it's been reprinted. So you can see all the stuff here too. I love the illustration. It's been reprinted, and we can right now compare those two. This is it's from a couple of years ago, printed made by Albatros in Czech Republic, and it's always interesting to see what people have done with the original stuff. You can see it's coated cardboard. They added those iron clasps. The plastic is here, which is nice. The size is slightly smaller, as you can see here, and we have a glued back by comparison of, no, it's not glued. It's glued spreads by contrast to the cloth binding. And the first thing that strikes the eye, of course, it's the paper. It's very bright. The illustration is brighter too. Well, as progress doesn't make things better always. Oh, I just watched. It's already broken here. Okay, I'll mend it later. And what's actually interesting is that they have condensed all the text so that, let me push it a bit more, so that they can fit it in fewer pages. So when in the first edition you have all the illustrations on the top, here you have top and bottom, 4 pages and 2 here. Incidentally, they put it in by reading order like this, 1, 2, 3, 4, which sometimes is disturbing because you have 1 and 3 next to one another. Anyway, it's a publishing choice, editor's choice. And then here, it starts over there. This large illustration doesn't exist anymore. It's here, a little trimmed also, which also happened in several other reprints, which are really re-editions. It's because it's different, you know. It's a second edition. You have, where's the Where are the flamingos? Flamingos are here. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a shame because here you can really see that KUBASTA wanted to have them mirrored, you know, and they're on top of one another again. And then you have the last page here. The little they kept the opening, which is here, and you can see part of the pop-up that comes behind it. It's here too. I'm not going to open it. And then you have the last spread that comes like this. You can see that the gluing is a bit more. See the mark here, supposed to come. There's a big gap here. And the gluing is a bit approximative, but it conveys the original, you know. It has the merit of existing. It's important to reprint books to make them accessible to a larger public. Otherwise, you can't, because this the first edition is worth about what, $400 in average condition. So that's that. So we were not going to take as much time on all of them, of course. That was the 1960 KUBASTA version of Alice in Wonderland. Next we have the James Roger Diaz and John STREJAN's Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. It's been reprinted numerous times. You can see here, for example, hold on. It's already, this copy is from the 7th reprint, and we're going to have a look at it. I really enjoy it. There are lots of interesting stuff. Of course, it's Mr. Jazz, the falling with the strings. I love stuff with spring. And here, up, here I go. Here I become smaller, larger. This is something you can do endlessly when you're a kid. It's interesting, bear all these, I'm not going to compare everything, but bear these in mind because it heavily inspired Robert SABUDA for his own work that we're going to see afterwards. You see even the eyes move in the pure tradition of here we go. I disappear. Transformation image. You have the nice tea party here. And the painting of the roses, which is an idea that you'll see in Robert SABUDA's album 2. Cricket with flamingos, and does this move? No, it doesn't. That's that. This nice balance that keeps actually the spirit of the actual Alice in Wonderland, which means the illustrations were designed to be mixed with the text, which is why lots of them have that inverted L form, and they exactly did that here. And this is Mr. Diaz's interpretation of the card. By the way, at that point in Lewis Carroll's story, Alice is a giant, which we'll see in the next version. It's been completely forgotten, but that's that. It's really nice. See there. It's really enjoyable. Very much in the 19th century spirit, as I'm sure Lewis Carroll will have enjoyed this a lot. That's that. Next, I have Nick DENCHFIELD's version, Carousel book version of Alice in Wonderland. It's from the year 2000. It's going to be a pain to show because it's very large, but this is what it looks like. I'm going to try. It's really interesting because it's not a typical carousel. The half of it, it's, as you can see, there are only 2 major spreads and they unfold into sceneries like this. I'm going to unfold it all and try to show it to you like this. As always, in carousel books, tables or beds, when you put them in the middle, it doesn't work correctly. You have nice volume here, as you can see, above ground, Alice, her sister, and here, can you pull this? Yeah, it's the lizard expelled by Alice growing inside the house. Caterpillar in the front. This is, let me show you, you have pull tab here. That, will it work? Yes, it does. That, it starts disappearing and disappears. See, this is really cool. What else? This moves to, you can, it's very inconvenient to show. This moves to the door here. Hi, I'm giving you the invitation. Next, on this side, let me fold it a bit. On this side, you have the tea party. And does this move? I don't remember. Probably. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's the same mechanism that activates the disappearing of the cat. In the garden, you have here on the side the painting of the roses. Notice how smooth all the tabs are in this book. It's really nice. And in the garden also you have the croquet game, which you can, there's a rule book over there, and you can actually play with it really thanks to the pre-cut figures you can find at the beginning of the book. They are printed front and back, which is a nice effort. And there is an illustration here in which you can see what they look like when they're out. You can see tea party, croquet game, courthouse. This is pretty nice. Okay, back to the garden, and for the croquet, the croquet, yep, I've said it wrong until now. The courtroom, and that's that. It's a shame I don't have the place to show it fully unfolded, but it's better than nothing. This was in the year 2000, was it? Yep. Next, we'll see with a huge bestseller. We'll look at it quickly because everybody knows it. There are 200 videos about it. It's great. It's wonderful. A lot of people sparked an interest in pop-up books by looking at this book. And you have all these little things, the sub-pages you can tuck in. All the elements of the story it's a nice interpretation, visual interpretation, and the illustration. The elements of the story are in the trees or nearby. The famous incorporated tunnel book, when you can see Alice falling. Can we see it? Yeah. Falling into the rabbit hole. the gigantification with plastic for the window. Things everywhere. Absalom. I'm growing. And the lizard seems okay. It's supposed to come out of the chimney, so that's that. And here we have some baby crying again. This one is a lot of fun. And this one was, it's very efficient, hence it was copied so many times. Anyway, and next the Tea Party, which works okay here. Some copies it's a bit more difficult. And in the sub pages, here we put the mouse in the teapot, the painting of the roses. And crickets, and this is nice. Always the movement in the opposite direction. It works really well, and it's something that always creates surprise. Nice face. Griffin. I was going to comment on the what's been used or not in, and you can see here the inspiration. You recall the one in James DIAZ. See, how can I show this? Like this? Yeah. That's that, and we have the end of the story here. Nice twist here. I haven't talked a lot about technical stuff, but I can start. This is just, look at here, this is just one V-fold, okay? And this could be an excellent example of complexities of pop-ups, as one V-fold, barrel here, which is actually a KUBASTA styled triangle. The one V-fold that supports everything. You take the most of the paper out and you wonder how it's done, everything else. It's really like magic. It's the art of diversion. Attract the attention, something else, and it's wonderful. And this is the Wow book. This was Robert SABUDA's, and it was from 2003. Before going to the next one, here's one I had forgotten. It's also a book by Mr. Sir James Roger DIAZ, illustrated by Otto SEIBOLD. It's really interesting. Well, of course it is, for many reasons, because the art style is very uncommon and quite fitting, actually. You have lots of goodies here and there, and for example, this is the booklet, inside the booklet, and of course this is a reference to another one of Lewis Carroll's poems. Rabbit hole. Then you have cut paper shapes everywhere, falling. It's very, very interesting. You have to be careful with this one. It's the whole way with all the doors, because you can't unfold it fully, but stuff open with pops inside. That actually shortens the story. The Sea of Tears. And here, see there's actually maybe the big sister, and this falls down. This is the caterpillar, if I remember correctly. I have to be careful with this one. So it's like this. You have the house here. That's hops a bit in volume. It's of course it's a pull tab hidden inside. You have here with a single wheel, you can actually see the whole house and Alice inside moving. Look how creepy the eye is. It's a lot of fun again. You can pull this. That's really sums it. It goes everywhere in all directions. It's a very full experience. See stuff everywhere. And here you can pull this one, and there he goes. And just feel here too. We have volume added everywhere. Here, there. Sneak peek in volume. That's what it's for. And you can pull this for more fun. It's very playful. I really enjoy this variation on the illustrations and the pop-ups. Roger Diaz is the one who did the Macmillan version in 1980. So it's really interesting to see his two takes on this, depending on the illustration. And the last one, it's at last faithful one, the giant Alice in the courtroom. It's a lot of fun. Look at all these little boxes and characters everywhere. This goes how? Oh yeah, you have to open. The opening activates a pull tab that triggers the end. That's it. It's a very enjoyable version, one of the most interesting, in my humble opinion. Anyway, let's go to the next book then. In 2003, I think. No, already 2010. It's, who did the paper engineering in this one? I forgot. Andy Mansfield. 2010, Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. And you have small Disney-ish, the illustration. It's nice. This is a nice movement. As you can see, you have two tabs pulled by the opposite page. That brings those two sides inside. And it's the alternate regular illustrations spread and pop-up spread. This is also a nice effect. You have the outside inside. As you can see, default on added support. Illustration, more text, and Tea Party, which is a bit quieter. You can see what happens here. Right here, you get a sense of distance. The painting. As you can see, the rose also turns red, pinkish red. And this is there, the cards, and this one is nice. It's when she is big in the courtroom, and Otto turns big, and there's supposed to be music, but I haven't bothered changing the battery. And that's that. It's a nice addition. Next we have a French Alice here. It's from, what was it? 2013 by Up, which means it's Arnaud Roy and Camille Baladi. The illustrations are not typical, as you can see. There are quite a bunch. It's mostly tabs, if I remember correctly. It's for a younger audience. It is. the illustrations, and even the you have all sorts of little flaps here and there, illustrations, and the mechanisms, of course. The pop-ups themselves are a lot simpler. If we had a Disney-ish look with Nick DENCHFIELD's version, here it's clearly taken from a Japanese manga, right? And this moves to probably with this. No, let's just move a little bit. Okay, very simple. One V-fold. I wonder why they, because the gluing is all this part. Why did they do that? It's doesn't work here. Okay, I have a bump, unavoidable. A little dog, the spiral with Epsilon disappearing. How do you do this? Oh, the tab is here. See? And next, you have a nice. The volume is pretty nice. The background puts the foreground in relief properly. It's nice, and here. Too bad it works on this, but anyway. And then this is this. You have the painting of the roses, which doesn't work that well there, and Rocket, and the dancing, the courthouse, nothing seems to be moving, and the unavoidable card mayhem, and back to reality. Not sure I want to. Anyway, this one's Up's version. Next, we have an interesting twist with a hood again, and the hold on, let me see. Sometimes it's not written at all. Month. Who is Month? I have no idea. This is a version, so you have illustration in 3D inside the cover, and this is from 2014, 1 year later. And I kept this because it has this little, you know, those mini theater that you can almost leave like this. It's, let me show you so you see, it's that mechanism. Theater, when you pull both sides, it forms a little diorama. Usually this is used as a card outside a book, so this is why it's interesting in a way. You have mostly non-pop-up pages, and all the pop-up pages are according to the same mechanism. Let me show it to you from above for this one, like this. I see, and it comes back in. Everything falls back nicely. Yeah, Alice large in the courtroom, and this is it with the card mayhem. Let me show it to you because there are funny faces. Look at the rabbit, for example. Okay, this should do it. See, it's nice, it's cute. Next, we have a version. I really like the cover of this one. Unfortunately, the inside is not that much to my taste, but it's an Alice in Wonderland from 2015. by, and who did Agnese Baruzzi. I hope I pronounced that right. Who did illustrations and the paper engineering. Paper engineering, you have those strange juxtaposition of vector illustrations and cutouts, kirigami, cut papers. It's surprising, you have these, and then next you have these nice scenes. It's what you can find in Carrousel. You can't open the pages flat. This is the maximum. It's larger, but most of you come back to the vector illustration. And the cards, and then again a few pages of cut paper illustrations. See the cards, and that's that. So I really enjoyed the cover. The next one, this is from 2016, and it's who did that again? Oh, I don't think it's written actually. Anyway, it's a Carrousel book. They mashed together color versions of Tenniel's original illustrations into little scenets. Let me show them to you. You have several mixed, but the balance, all in all, is pretty good. It's an appealing result, although I was going to say simple, but it's nice. It's nice. It's a typical Carrousel book. And the last page is the cards, as you can see. The typical Carrousel books that goes like this with some keys, and you can tie a knot and leave it on the table. It's really large, so I can't show it to you from the front, but this is it. It's a nice object. This is pretty much all I have on Alice, but actually I also made an Alice in Wonderland. This is my COVID work actually in 2021, and I made this, designed this. This is not a pop-up book, it's a miniature book. I designed everything as close as I could to the first edition, and made some interesting twists, which I find interesting. As you see, Alice, the head and feet here. It's something that actually doesn't exist, I think. It's centered on the illustrations, the original illustrations, and I've added the related text passage on the side. I couldn't find any edition that actually did that, so that's that. And there's a let me put some white behind it. I also laser cut. I had it laser cut a little black-white rabbit figure there that can stand. See? That's that. I had it undercut, and I actually glued and folded myself all the little parts. This is the regular edition. You have a deluxe edition with a slipcase and the 1890 edition nursery Alice for a younger audience, with all the the color illustrations that are in there. And in the 21 advanced copies, you actually made laser cut also a little pop card. So you have all of Alice's places in there. Oh, this is the sister, the rabbit hole, the March Hare house, and on the other side you have the Crockett courthouse, etc. The hallway. On this side, you can see it in the, and it goes like this. You open it, and I said I like stuff with strings. Let me put some white under this. See all the characters: Alice, Absalom, Tea Party. See how the laser cutting is very, very fine. See the holding part, and the Hatter, the Mad Hatter, the March Hare, doing fun stuff here on the string. This is a pop-up that works at more than 180 degrees, and usually when I'm in book fairs and stuff, I present it like this because it makes the stuff stand without holding it. And that's that. Thank you for watching. I'll put all the references of all the books in the video description. And of course, if you have any questions, just ask away. Thanks a lot for watching. I know it was a long one. And see you soon. Cheers.